News.mc on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on News.mc, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Pierre Van Claveren, co-founder of VKP Business Advisors, and you're watching News.mc on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? On June the 11th, the 8th session of Monaco's Youth Advisory Committee brought together around 20 young representatives from associations, schools and socio-educational centres to discuss issues affecting young people in the Principality. Meeting at Lycée Rainier III, participants exchanged ideas with government, municipal and national council representatives on topics including career guidance, social media, sport and community life. Several proposals gained support, including dedicated career guidance time in schools, a student association day and a class representative charter. Discussions also focused on protecting minors from the risks of social media. The Sails of Hope Flotilla made a memorable stop in Monaco, welcoming 80 children in cancer remission aboard 40 sailboats during a week-long therapeutic voyage. Designed to help young participants leave the challenges of illness behind, the initiative combines adventure, friendship and personal growth. During their visit to the Principality on June the 11th, the children enjoyed a special convoy of classic and prestige cars organised by the Automobile Club of Monaco, including a drive around the Grand Prix circuit. Organisers described the programme as a transformative experience that helps rebuild confidence and well-being. Monaco's UNSS Awards ceremony on June 11th honoured nearly 140 students for their sporting achievements, commitment and fair play during the school year. The organisation now counts 682 members, representing more than 23% of students in the Principality's schools. Among those recognised was a generation of footballers from Lycée Albert Premier, who reached 4 consecutive French national championships, winning the national title in 2024. Beyond competition, speakers highlighted the educational value of school sport, promoting respect, solidarity, perseverance and teamwork. The ceremony concluded with student performances and celebrations, marking another successful year for Monegasque school sport. Monaco's National Council adopted several significant reforms during its public legislative session on June the 12th, focusing on health, social welfare and justice. Lawmakers approved updates to disability legislation, including enhanced family support and the end of the automatic transfer to old age status at 60. A new legal status for carers was also introduced. Reforms to organ donation will create a national consent register, allowing residents to formally record their wishes. Meanwhile, a new criminal procedure aims to speed up the handling of certain admitted offences while maintaining judicial safeguards. Elected officials also expressed concern over delays affecting some legislative proposals. The Maison de Vie in Carpentras, operated by Fight AIDS Monaco, celebrated its 16th anniversary on June the 12th with the inauguration of a new creative arts space for residents living with HIV. Designed to encourage self-expression, confidence and personal development through artistic activities, the project was supported by the Monegasque government and the Red Cross. Princess Stephanie attended the celebrations, praising the work of staff and residents. The new facility reinforces the home's mission of placing well-being, creativity and personal reconstruction at the heart of its support programme. The 4th Monaco Water Ski Cup brought together 45 of the world's leading water skiers for 2 days of competition on Lac du Vaudois in Roquebrune-sur-Argent on June the 12th and 13th. Featuring elite men's and women's fields in slalom and tricks, the event attracted multiple world champions and top-ranked athletes. Prince Albert II attended the finals, while local youngsters had the opportunity to compete alongside the sport's biggest names. Organisers also highlighted the competition's growing role in developing Monaco's next generation of talent. The 5th edition has already been confirmed for next year. Monaco hosted the 7th meeting of historic Grimaldi sites on June 13th, bringing together French and Italian municipalities linked to the Grimaldi dynasty. Held in Palace Square in the presence of their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene and their children, the event celebrated the shared heritage, traditions and craftsmanship of participating communities. Visitors explored exhibitions showcasing local history, artisan creations and regional products, including lavender from Provence. The gathering provided an opportunity to strengthen cultural ties and highlight the rich historical connections that continue to unite Monaco with towns across France and Italy. A spectacular sound and light show illuminated the facade of the Prince's Palace during the 7th meeting of historic Grimaldi sites on June the 14th. Projected onto the palace walls, the colourful display retraced the history of the Grimaldi family and its links with the former fiefdoms invited to Monaco this year. The performance captivated spectators, using striking visuals and storytelling to celebrate centuries of shared heritage and the legacy of Monaco's ruling dynasty. The 65th edition of the Monte-Carlo Television Festival transformed the Grimaldi Forum into a celebration of television between June the 12th and 16th, welcoming international stars, industry professionals, and thousands of fans. Opened in the presence of His Serene Highness Prince Albert II, the festival once again demonstrated why it remains one of the most prestigious television events in the world. This anniversary edition featured a packed program of preview screenings, autograph sessions, public events, and industry meetings. Among the highlights was the world premiere of The Walking Dead: Dead City, presented by producer Eli Journet, who discussed the enduring success of the franchise and its evolving themes of hope and survival. Several major honors were awarded during the opening ceremony. Spanish actress Esther Exposito received the Golden Nymph for Most Promising Talent, while veteran television presenter Michel Drucker was recognized with an honorary Golden Nymph, celebrating a remarkable 65-year career that mirrors the festival's own longevity. British actress Kristin Scott Thomas was presented with the Crystal Nymph Award in recognition of her distinguished contribution to film and television. The festival concluded on June the 16th with the traditional Golden Nymph Awards ceremony. American actor Kurt Russell received the prestigious Crystal Nymph in recognition of his outstanding career, while British actor Matthew Broome was honored with the Golden Nymph for Best International New Talent. Among the competition winners, the Israeli-Palestinian drama Fadia emerged as the standout success, claiming 3 awards including Best Film, the Special Jury Prize, and Best Actress for Yara Jarrah. British drama The Uniform won Best Series, and Italian production Gomorrah: The Origins was named Best Creation. The festival also showcased popular series and personalities from across Europe and beyond, including actors from Annecy Grand Soleil, singer-turned-actor Amir Haddad, and stars from both traditional television and streaming platforms. By combining prestigious awards, public engagement, and a willingness to embrace new formats, the Monte-Carlo Television Festival demonstrated how it has successfully evolved over 6.5 decades while remaining a key fixture on the international television calendar. Monaco is hosting the steering committee of the Francophone Institute for Sustainable Development on June the 15th, bringing together representatives from across the French-speaking world to define future sustainability priorities. Discussions have focused on key themes including sustainable tourism, knowledge sharing, and the role of artificial intelligence in supporting environmental and economic transitions. Committed to the Institute since 2014, the Principality has announced an increase in its financial contribution, reinforcing its support for international cooperation and sustainable development initiatives among the organization's 93 member states. India's Minister of Commerce and Industry, Piyush Goyal, visited Monaco on June the 15th for meetings with Minister of State Christophe Meerman, Minister of Finance and Economy Frédéric Cottelorda, and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation Isabelle Béraud Amadei. Also attended by Monaco's ambassador to India Didier Gamerdinger, the visit provided an opportunity to present the Principality's economic strengths and reaffirm the long-standing diplomatic relationship between Monaco and India while exploring opportunities for closer cooperation. Monaco placed the fight against money laundering and terrorist financing at the center of its presidency of the Committee of Ministers of the Council of Europe by hosting an informal conference in Strasbourg on June the 16th, attended by representatives of all 46 member states. The event focused on strengthening international cooperation, adapting legal frameworks to new forms of financial crime, and sharing best practices. Secretary of State for Justice Samuel Vuelta-Simon highlighted Monaco's ongoing efforts to meet the highest international standards, while participants welcomed closer collaboration to tackle increasingly sophisticated cross-border threats and protect democratic institutions. The Roca team bounced back from their Game 1 loss to crush Paris Basketball 102-90 on Wednesday, June 17th, leveling the BetClick Elite Finals series at 1-1. Matthew Strazel led the way with 22 points and 9 assists, while Alpha Diallo was outstanding on both ends of the court. Monaco now reclaims home advantage with Games 3 and 4 set for Friday and Sunday at Gaston Médecin in the Principality. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Pierre Van Claveren from VKP Business Advisors. I was born and raised in Monaco, and I spent all my childhood and basically all the schoolings in Monaco. So I left Monaco when I was around 18, I think. So from 0 to 18 in Monaco. I studied 2 years in France nearby, and then I left and I went to Canada first, then Spain, then Australia. I studied communications mainly, and then the last year I made a master's in international relations. So I had a master's in communication in Australia, and then I went back to Spain and studied in international relations, then come back to Monaco. Well, I always came back and forth. I was always coming back here, working, and then, deciding on where I could go next. When I came back to Monaco in 2011, I joined the Monaco government. This is where I met my business partner right now in everything I do and in everything we do, basically, Emmerich. So we worked for what was called the Monaco Welcome and Business Office. At that stage, our role there was to advise people, and it wasn't even about advising at that stage. It was more about helping people who wanted to become Monaco resident and or who wanted to actually set up businesses. And we had the chance of being able to actively participate in everything, that starting with Monsieur Roger, who was the Ministry of State at that stage, with the attractivity. So Monaco, instead of being turned inside, turned outside, and we tend to had that chance to participate in here and to have kind of a lot of flexibility to provide the information the people were seeking. We have that core activity, obviously, of helping people relocate to Monaco and setting up a business activity or gaining residency in Monaco. To be honest, as we always said, and as we always say to everybody, of course, there are some fields which could be sensitive, so we could be subjected to the need of a specific knowledge of the principality per se. Good or bad, long or short, more or less expensive. Right now, if someone wants to become a Monaco resident, or if someone wants to set up a business activity, that person, if they fit the basic requirements, no criminal record, no bad business history, that the activity obviously in Monaco is doable, you'll manage it. Whether they do it through us, whether they do it through other people, I think at the end they will manage it. What we wanted to provide and what we like to think we provide to our clients is basically a global approach on why do we take each and every step, the reason behind it. It's not just like, you want to do this? Okay, I'll do it. I know better, don't worry. But it's more like, okay, we're going right for that reason. If you don't want to go right, we can discuss it, but at least you know why we're going right. And then we're going left, or we're going to say this, or to write it this way. And this is what we tend to have. The whole thing could seem overwhelming for someone that comes in. If you don't have the answers, then it becomes a lot less simple. Whatever you want to do, it's actually easy. The only reason why it could look complicated sometimes is because you didn't get it from the good way from the beginning. Our job is basically to make it easy and understandable. Our strong belief is that if you understand something and you know exactly what is going to happen, disregarding the happy ending, let's say, which is obviously and luckily for us mainly the case, But even if it's an unhappy ending for a business permit application, for example, from the moment that you've been given all the information with transparency and that you've been given all the advices as if I was sitting in your shoes, nothing can go wrong. This is what we truly believe in, is just that we can't always win, but at least what's important is to make sure that the person we have in front of us has obtained all the information that are needed to take the decision that they consider is the best for them. That's the good thing with Monaco, is that you usually don't have to have a winning argument, actually. I mean, Monaco sells itself alone. And that's the good thing. I mean, the people we get as clients, they're already captive in the sense that they hear because they know this is where they want to go. The difficult part for me, I think, with Monaco and with everything else, is not to get the people to come, is to get them to stay. We always want to show the real things. And there are some downsides about being in Monaco. Definitely. There will always be. Traffic could be one of them, but people need to know about it. If you know about it, then you can adapt once again. And then and then you know what's coming and you know what you are getting. That might not be exactly how they think it is, but at least once they know, then they adapt and they proceed. And every time you take the next steps, you have no surprises. And if you don't have any surprises, you can't be disappointed.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, News.mc and MonacoInfo.com. Next week, we will receive Lisa Cosson-Battaglia, professional racer in jet ski stand-up. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit News.mc and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.